Did you know that giraffes are 30 times more likely to get struck by lightning than humans? It sounds wild, but it's true. Between 1996 and 2010, there were only 5 documented fatal lightning strikes on giraffes. Considering their population was around 140,000 during that time, that translates to about 0.003 lightning deaths per 1,000 giraffes each year. In comparison, humans face a much lower risk. This fascinating statistic highlights not just the unique vulnerabilities of these towering creatures, but also the incredible forces of nature they contend with. So, the next time you admire a giraffe, remember they have more to worry about than just the tall trees they munch on. Identical twins may share nearly identical DNA, but when it comes to fingerprints, they're as unique as snowflakes. This fascinating difference arises from environmental factors during their development in the womb. Think about it: the length of the umbilical cord, their position in the womb, and even the rate at which their fingers grow can all influence the intricate patterns of their fingerprints. As they develop, these tiny variables create distinct ridge patterns, ensuring that no two twins have the same fingerprints. So, if one twin finds themselves in a bit of trouble, they can't simply blame it on their sibling. This remarkable interplay of genetics and environment highlights just how complex our identities are, even down to the smallest details. Earth's rotation is a fascinating dance, and it's actually slowing down. Over the last few centuries, we've seen the length of a day increase by about 1.8 seconds. It might not sound like much, but if you think about it, that adds up. Imagine 600 million years ago, when a day was just 21 hours long. The planet was spinning faster, and our experience of time was quite different. This gradual slowdown is influenced by various factors, like tidal forces from the moon and the shifting of Earth's mass. So, while we might not notice the extra seconds in our daily lives, they remind us of the dynamic nature of our planet. Isn't it incredible to think about how time itself has evolved right alongside Earth? Your brain is constantly engaged in a fascinating process known as phagocytosis. Imagine tiny cells, like diligent workers, enveloping and consuming smaller cells or molecules. This isn't a sign of decay, it's a crucial mechanism for maintaining brain health. As we learn and adapt, our brains need to clear out the old to make way for the new. Phagocytosis helps remove unnecessary debris, ensuring that our gray matter remains sharp and efficient. So, while it might sound a bit alarming that your brain is eating itself, rest assured, this process is vital for preserving cognitive function and enhancing our ability to learn. It's nature's way of keeping our minds fresh and ready for the challenges ahead. Imagine discovering a piece of fossilized dinosaur poo that's over 30 centimeters long and weighs more than 2 liters. That's right, this massive coprolite is believed to belong to none other than the mighty Tyrannosaurus rex. Scientists are absolutely thrilled because this ancient dung is more than just a curiosity, it's a treasure trove of information. By studying it, they can uncover what T. rex munched on millions of years ago. Was it a carnivore feasting on other dinosaurs, or did it nibble on some plants? This incredible find not only helps us understand the diet of these colossal creatures, but also gives us a glimpse into the ecosystem of the time. Who knew that dinosaur poop could be so enlightening? Did you know that a single cloud can weigh around 1 million tons? That's right. When you think about it, a cloud typically occupies a volume of about 1 cubic kilometer. Now, with a density of roughly 1.003 kilograms per cubic meter, it's fascinating to realize that this density is about 0.4% lower than the air around it. This difference in density is what allows clouds to float effortlessly in the sky. Imagine carrying 1 million tons of water vapor, yet it's light enough to drift above us. So, the next time you look up and see those fluffy formations, remember that they're not just beautiful, they're also incredible feats of nature, defying gravity with their delicate balance. Did you know that the universe has a favorite color? It's true. Astronomers discovered that when you blend all the light from galaxies, you get a stunning shade they've dubbed cosmic latte. Imagine that, a cosmic coffee. In a 2002 study, researchers analyzed the light from billions of stars and galaxies and found that, on average, it all mixes into a beige hue that's almost white. So, next time you sip your morning brew, just think, you're drinking the universe's color. It's a reminder that even in the vastness of space, there's a little bit of everyday magic waiting to be discovered. Who knew the cosmos could be so latte? Have you ever wondered how animals perceive time? It's fascinating to think that smaller creatures like salamanders and lizards experience the world at a different pace than our beloved cats and dogs. Their brains process information more slowly, making everything around them seem to move in slow motion. This difference in time perception is linked to their size and brain function. While we might see a quick flick of a tail, they might perceive it as a leisurely wave. This unique perspective allows them to react to their environment in ways we can hardly imagine. So, the next time you watch a tiny creature scurry by, remember, they're living life at a different speed, savoring every moment in their own extraordinary way. Water might not actually be wet. This intriguing concept stems from how scientists define wetness. Wetness is typically described as a liquid's ability to adhere to a solid surface. So, when you think about it, water itself isn't wet, it's the interaction between water and other materials that creates that sensation of wetness. When water coats a surface, it forms a thin layer, allowing us to feel that familiar dampness. But if you were to isolate a droplet of water in a vacuum, it wouldn't be wet at all. It's fascinating to consider how our perceptions can be shaped by definitions. So next time you splash in a puddle, remember, it's not the water that's wet, but rather the surfaces it touches that become drenched.